We look forward to use this platform to become an annual platform that encourages dialogue and connectivity and creating new ventures and new opportunities for all of us. We believe that this summit will bring a diverse group of audience from different parts of the world, that they will use this platform to communicate their challenges and their opportunities with everyone.
In getting us all together and giving me this opportunity to be in this august group of great leaders in education and innovation. We should be looking at education from the concept of moving from teaching to learning. And the duty and the responsibility of the professor or teacher should be to help the student find out his talent and find out how he can develop into becoming an inventor. Therefore, education should be learning and not teaching. Learning for the objective of innovation. Schools and universities should have one main objective: how to become an innovator. We want to graduate innovators and not job seekers.
The challenge today is business transformation now is a must. From the smallest SMEs, companies, startups, to the biggest companies.
So if we're talking about access to education, access to work opportunities, access to healthcare, are these fundamental rights? I think all of us agree to this, and since the internet, access to internet enables these processes, yes, the answer is yes, unequivocally yes, it is a basic right.
We realize, we have a very strong polarization, because because I'm kind of person who has a lot of gadget and kind of early adopter. I can buy anything, so I have a very good computer. I have a very high speed and broadband internet with me, and I have a very good cell phone. But we realize that there are so many students out there. They don't have any tablet. They don't have any, broadband. They don't have any computer to connect to the, internet for, learning from school, whatever.
And education transformed my life. So that's why I created Hacking Rio, so that I can inspire more young people to go to this technology area. That's incredible. But in Brazil, we have 7,100 jobs open, and so we need to develop and to inspire more people to get to this area.
So people started to rethink, if you then look into the public transportation space, a ton of people stopped driving the metro, obviously for, the obvious health risks, which were concerned at the very beginning when the metros weren't cleaned properly and so on. So you see that the mobility patterns are inherently changing, and yet at the same time, innovation and money that has been pulled into the transformation of the urban environment is increasing. And that is an opportunity in itself, because wherever there is disruption, there's also an opportunity.
we have worked on more than 12 researches in partnership with LexisNexis, examining new legal challenges related to new trends in innovation, such as drones or self-driven cars, and many other similar topics.
The only thing that I wanted to tell you today is that whatever happens, we are here to help you to better understand this world that is going crazy mad, and it's, by the way, so challenging for us.
And also Sharjah Research Park could be some kind of sister living lab to what we do in Europe, and there can be exchange and transfer of knowledge and projects also. So that is why Sharjah is perfectly also positioned to become some kind of test bed for all these new future of mobility solutions.
And in particular with the UAE, there's the Vision 2021, which of course nicely defines, in my view, the four pillars, which is very much being united in responsibility, destiny, knowledge and prosperity. Because for me, smart city implementation is more the next evolutionary step to how we should be, where we're going as a society and as a global society, and really tackling some of the sustainability issues that we're facing today.
For all of those children like me out there who looked up at the night sky and thought, are there living things out there? Looking back, well, we're getting closer to perhaps finding the answer to that, with methane being detected on Mars, which we find usually to be associated with the presence of microbial life, phosphine in the atmosphere of Venus, which usually is associated with life activity, and these are our two neighbors. So things are really getting interesting in terms of expanding our view beyond our Earth to our next door neighbors, and hopefully onwards from there. But I think as children we are really curious explorers, so it's an exciting time for children and adults to be alive as we expand our horizons.
Another interesting finding is that although women in STEM have been growing, and now there's some countries that have even almost 50% of graduates from STEM being women, we can see that there's a gender bias within STEM. I mean, women are overrepresented in veterinary medicine, but are underrepresented in other areas like engineering or IT.
We're saying that we have a task. Our task is to build the next big thing in the region. Our task is to cooperate with each other. Our task is to bring the younger generation in the region some new ideas that would bring them jobs, high-paying jobs, innovative jobs, that would change the way we're cooperating. Because if innovation can change such a challenged city like Jerusalem, then innovation can change a country like Israel, then innovation can create the bridges to our own region and connect between our countries. Yes, there are extremists in our regions, but there's also people who want to build jobs and a future for the younger generation.
All of our futures are linked to technology, yet less than 14% of African population has internet access. The fact that more than 416 million Africans still live in extreme poverty is an inexcusable statistic.
In March, we had to close down our schools, universities, colleges, and all higher education institutions. And we had to move to distance education through fully electronic means within a week. And this was actually a very big challenge, given that not all schools were properly connected. We had problems with the infrastructure, technical capabilities, human resources readiness, weak network in certain areas of the country. But within a week, we had to tackle all these problems with good success, I think.
فنحن لا نعرف اليأس ولا المستحيل، فلهذا كان الاختيار على الاسم مسبار الأمل.
The UAE government wanted to inspire Emirati youth to go into STEM and wanted to create a disruptive change in the mindset when it comes to science and technology. On top of that, it wanted to use the mission as a catalyst for development within different sectors that would serve the creation of a competitive, creative, and innovative knowledge-based economy. So it's about the future of the UAE.
عشرة 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 اطلع.
So the next step is about building and developing a space industry within the Emirates. Focus of the private sector. Focus on designing and developing very small and robust spacecrafts and satellites. And to be able to do that within the private sector is what will impact the economy, but will create a vital change in the entire region. We believe in access to space, access to data, to space data. That is vital to urban development, that is vital to better understanding the changes that are occurring to our planet, and that are vital to the continuous development efforts that we see across the board, be it in agriculture, to planning our water systems, to planning our roads and infrastructure, to ensuring our safety and security.
So when it comes to the Emirates Mars mission, the approach that we took with this mission, or the UAE took, is slightly different than other nations. Usually you have the science driving the mission. Usually there are things that are related to scientific objectives that guides it, or technical objectives when it comes to that. And then just use the ripple effect of that project, or the byproducts of those projects to benefit humanity, as Jim highlighted earlier today, and even Douglas. However, with the UAE, basically what the government wanted to see is they wanted to see a disruptive change. They wanted to see a shift in the mindset of Emirati youth and the Arab youth. They wanted to see an advanced science and technology sector being created in the UAE. And they wanted this project to be the catalyst for that major shift. They wanted to disrupt the education sector. They wanted to disrupt the industrial sector. They wanted to disrupt the economical model that we have in the UAE, and turn it into a more creative, innovative, and a competitive knowledge-based economy. So we talk about the post-oil economy. So it's actually about the future of the UAE. It's about the future of the region. It's about the future of our economy.
I think it's important to find your village. It's important to find people who back you. It's very important always to be true to yourself and to your mission and vision and values as an organization. And then if you want to correct imbalances from a diversity or gender perspective, that I think is on each of us.
So by pushing the investors and pushing the financial institutions to develop impact-based loans or impact-based products, financial products, we can accelerate the uptake of the financing towards the SDGs, and that's the only way we can achieve it.
Thank you, Mr. Hussein Al Mahmoud, for invite me in the MENA Innovation Technology Summit. It's a very opportunity for Brazil, not for me. And I'm eager to open a discussion to allow Brazil and Sasha can collaborate on future technology innovation. The opportunity to create good collaboration and good construction, collective construction with Sasha is an opportunity to Brazil too.
I'd like to say a special thank you to Sharjah Research Technology Innovation Park, and particularly to Mr. Hussein Al Mahmoudi for the support and the trust you're giving Women in Tech, not only today, but really throughout the year. It has been a magical experience to be able to collaborate in the organization of this wonderful Mid-Summit. We have reached our goals, that is a 50-50 gender parity selection of the best expert speakers from around the world. So I'm very proud to have done this with Sharjah Research Technology Innovation Park. Thank you to the team, you are also amazing. It was such a pleasure working with you all, and we are really looking forward to organizing next year's edition. So thank you so much, keep well, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much for making this summit a big success. We have enjoyed a 14 hours marathon full of discussions out of more than 70 speakers from different continents around this world. The speakers shared best practices when it comes to amazing topics of space, energy, water, digitization. We in Sharjah sincerely thank you for your time and your effort and to be part of this summit. This summit, it was a big success, and I hope that we will take all the deliverables from the discussions and execute them into reality. I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Sharjah Research and Technology Park, my team, to thank you for making the time to be part of this. I would like also to thank the organizing team at the Women in Technology to support us with putting this fantastic event together, which hosted people from all over the world. It was a great marathon. Thank you very much, and I wish everyone all the best. We look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you.